you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. If you are a first timer to the channel, a first timer to learning the Strat, then welcome. This trading strategy is going to change your life. If you haven't done so yet, you can subscribe down below, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. That bell will give you notifications for when I send out videos every day, just like this one. Our top 5 plays of the day for, Thursday, May 19th. Okay, so I also send out informational videos, motivational videos, learning tools. I've got a 4-part series on the hashtag 30 and 30 setups coined by Paul Ituaru. So you guys go check out that. I have a video on what these candlestick numbers mean, entries and exits. Just some trade reviews, all kinds of other stuff, guys. How to trade inside bars, outside bars, 3-1 setups. So you can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can comment there, you can DM me there, ask me any question there that you need help with. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. That's why I'm here, to help you guys out. Yeah, so that's it. Let's get started on this top 5 list. As I said in the main watch list, I'm not overly excited about the setups for tomorrow. They're not great. I still will be watching them. I'll be looking for the 30 and 30 plays like I always do. So let's get started on this, and we can start with Dish, D-I-S-H. I found a bunch of inside bars. Now this one and a couple of the other ones, to be honest with you guys, I don't know. That look like they had high volume, so hopefully the liquidity is there, meaning the spread between the bid and the ask is tight, but we'll have to check in the morning. If nothing's there, I wouldn't risk it. If we're far spread between the bid and the ask, more than 10%, I wouldn't risk getting in the trade. You can if you want, but that's outside of what I'd like to do. So let's get started on Dish. Dish has an inside bar, and again, I'm going to go through some pretty general information here, but for the people who are watching it for the first time, this is for you guys. For the people that have followed me for a long time and know what I'm going to say, just bear with me for a bit. So on Dish, we have an inside bar, or a 1 bar when we're talking about the Strat. So an inside bar does not break the high or the low of the previous candle. So this is our inside bar. We didn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. We stayed within the range. And these show up on all different time frames, whether we're looking at monthlies, yearlies, dailies, minutes, seconds, hourlies, it doesn't matter. So what this shows is consolidation within a stock, or the ETF or whatever we're looking at, and it's getting spring loaded. So if you ever see a spring get really, really tight and released, it explodes in either up or down, and that's what we've got with these inside bars. And we can go back in time, in history, and just to take a look at the back test, and you can see this inside bar, big run up. This inside bar had a nice run down, and we hit targets. Okay, we'll go over targets in a bit. 3-1 setup, outside bar, inside bar. It looks like we didn't hit targets, but you still had a little bit of a run there. Inside bar, nice run down. Okay, inside bar, nice run up past targets. Inside bar, run down. Inside bar again. This one was not great, and they don't always win. Here's an inside bar. Had a nice win here. Okay, so when I first started getting successful at trading options, it was when I discovered the inside bars, and that's when I actually started trading well, and I started just looking for inside bars and strictly trading inside bars. So if you're new, don't overwhelm yourself with 2-2 reversals and 3-1 setups and 2-3-2 setups and 2 ups and 2 downs. Concentrate on one thing, whether it's a 2 up, 2 down, 3-1 setups, inside bar setups. Just concentrate on those little plays those singular setups, and then move on from that point to something else. Okay, so on dish, we take calls on the trigger. So as soon as we break this, we're not waiting for a candle close on anything. As soon as we break this, we're getting in the trade, okay? So we can take calls on this one at 21.53, and then we take targets. Our first target is right there, okay? I'll change that to green. And guys, once we hit first targets, you want to take profits, go right ahead. You want to make that green line your stop loss, fair enough. Do that, and maybe you get a move up, maybe you don't, okay? But profit is profit, and I would rather you guys have small, consistent profits than looking for these 1, 2, 3, 400% bangers, because they don't come around all the time. When we hit them, that's great, but take those 10, 15, 20, 30% hits all day long, okay? Take them, be consistent, and they will add up. I promise you, 20% a day over 5 days is 100%, okay? So just look for that. On the downside, we can also take puts on this. If it does trend down, then we take the trigger to the downside for puts at $20.73. And again, our trigger is just the bottom of the preceding wicks, okay? So that's dish. Let's go to JD. These are in no particular order. And again, I'm not overly excited about these. This one maybe a little bit, but again, I don't know what the spread is between the bid and the ask. So we have an outside bar, which breaks both the low and the high of the previous candle. So this candle right here that I've got the mouse on, the hand on, this outside bar on Tuesday broke the high and the low. And then on Wednesday, we had this inside bar. Okay, so again, same thing. Inside bar shows consolidation. Then we have this day, week, month, quarterly, and yearly, all to the downside. You want that indicator? Go into your indicator tab on TradingView, type in time frame continuity, author is board rider B. You want these numbers right here, type in candle type, and it's the author is Crinklebind. You want the outside bars to show white and the inside bars to show yellow. I haven't double checked these, but I'm pretty sure it's either TW Holy Grail or TW Golden Indicator, created by Rich from Trading Wars on Twitter. Okay, so inside bar, we can take calls at 53.26. And again, the top of the wick for calls is our first target. The bottom of the wick is our target for puts to the downside. Okay, we do have time frame to the downside, so probabilities tell us that we're likely going to come down on this, but stock market is unpredictable. Setup number 3, MRK. Again, this is another one. I don't know how the volume is and liquidity is on this one, so check it in the morning. The week, the month, quarterly, and yearly are all green. The day today was red, so we have a good shot of this coming back up. Okay, 212 continuation or 212 reversal, who knows? But we can take calls on this one at $93.16. Targets at the top of the wick. Puts at 91.77. Targets at the bottom of the preceding wicks. Okay. Next up, DWAC. I used to like this when it first came out, but the liquidity has kind of shrunk on it. And the spread between the bid-ask is not as good as it once was. So we can take calls on this one at 46.03, but we do have the time frame to the downside. The week and the month, if we go to those, are still inside bars, trading inside. Week, month is still trading inside bar. So again, this isn't a great play. It's probably not one of the, wouldn't be at the top of the list of the top 5 anyways, but we can look at it. Calls at 46.03, puts at 44.10. Don't discount it. If we break it and the spread is good between the bid and the ask, take it. Okay? If you guys have questions about expiries and strike prices, again, ask me down below. I'll help you guys out. PARA is another one. We had a 2 up that finished red with the shooter candle. Shooter candle looks basically like a putter. It's a bearish pattern. So we can take puts on this one at 31.49. First target here. Second target at the top of the wick because we have this gap. So there's no candle in between here, right? So that's what we call a gap. So in order to fill that gap, we need to come down, and that will be our target right here. Then the next target would be the bottom of the candle, but we have to fill that gap. So this becomes a target. okay, or a pivot point or order of magnitude, whatever you want to call it. So what do we go through there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5. Let's go to hood. Hood is another one of those ones that I don't think the liquidity is there, but check it out in the morning. Another inside bar. And you can see this inside bar on Tuesday was great. We had a great run down. We hit one target at least. It was a good run for hood. So we have another inside bar and full time frame to the downside. So puts are more probable, targets at 967 or triggers at 967 to the downside for puts, and triggers at 1044 for calls. Okay, I'm just gonna go random through here. I don't know. Let's go to XEL. We'll call this a shot in the dark. 2 up, finished red on XEL, top of a broadening formation. Okay, so we can look for puts on this one at $74.65. Keep an eye on this one tomorrow as well. Guys, that's a video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. You can ask me questions below. Follow me on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get these every day. Click on that bell, and we will see you on the next one, guys. Good luck tomorrow. Bye-bye.